Hi friends, Snoopy here. I'm here with the leader card Elder. This is going to be the first leader in the base game of Arcs, and this leader has two abilities. Beloved, after defending in battle, you may influence if the attacker took any trophies. Rivals cannot ransack the court when they battle you. And then the second ability they have is Just. When you're scoring Tyrant, gain no power for second place and gain power for second place if you get first place, and don't get any bonus city power for scoring Tyrant. It also has two starting resources, the Relic and Material. And then we have standard setup for a city in A, 3 ships, starport in B, 3 ships, and then C has 2 ships. Let's talk about the first ability, Beloved. So at first glance, this is a very passive defensive ability. So rivals cannot ransack the court when they battle you. That doesn't really help you. It's just a deterrent. And then the second part of Beloved, after defending in battle, you may influence if the attacker took any trophies. When would an attacker take trophies? That's going to happen when they use skirmish dice, or they use assault dice and are attacking your ships. It can also happen when they're trying to raid you and they destroy a starport or a city. So most of the time when they're attacking you, they take a trophy, you get a chance to influence. So this, in essence, is a free action. And it's a free action when it's not your turn. So if you are not, if you've already taken your turn and someone's attacking you, so they lead with an aggression card, they go after you, attack you, and they take a trophy, you now have the chance to influence, and then on your turn, you can copy or surpass, and then secure the card you just influenced. And so Elder is a really sneaky strong card because of that reason. And so if you want to get the most out of this Beloved trait, you have to put yourself in positions where people either have to or want to attack you. The main way you can do this is by spreading out and controlling other people's cities, or controlling other people's gates, or just having a really big lead. Just one note, raid dice may not destroy your stuff. It may just destroy your opponent's stuff. And so this Beloved trait would not trigger if they're giving you trophies because their ships keep blowing up when they try to raid you. It only happens when they take a trophy from you. For the second trait, Just, this is not horrible. It is not great. It is an ambition that you're never going to get 100% of the points out of. But with Tyrant, because it's hard to keep or hard to score, it's often not that bad. And so I would say you are going to get a lot from Tyrant because you're going to out-influence people in the court because people may attack you. However, just keep that in mind that Tyrant is often not something you want to declare because you just never can get first place or get your city bonus power from Tyrant. Starting resources and material, it's useful for starting out. So if you have a mobilization card, you can move your ship just to get to a 2-slot planet or a psionic planet, and then use your material to build a city or a starport. And the relic is great to do a really quick early secure when needed. And then we have the standard setup. So if you've just played the base game, no leaders and lore, this setup is going to be just what you're used to here. Over here, I'm going to pull over some lore cards. Some of these are from the base game. A few of these other ones, like Predictive Sensors and Tyrant's Ego, are from an expansion pack that you're going to get for free if you back the Kickstarter or pre-order it before it's done shipping. So we're going to look at these 5 and kind of think through how exactly these lore cards pair with Elder. So first, we have Repair Drones. So after you battle as the attacker, repair 1 loyal attacking ship. So as we noted, we want to be in positions where people want to attack us. And so that Elder can actually be a very aggressive leader. And so we want to think about what lore cards would help us have an aggressive strategy. So Repair Drones lets us get a free repair action when we attack. Similarly, Sprinter Drives, when you move fresh oil ships, you may move any of them one more time. Damaged ships can move with them once, but won't move one more time, and you resolve this after all catapult moves. So this is great if you want to get past a gate to get to someone's city to tax them or to raid them. So again, a very aggressive strategy here. So repair drones, sprinter drives, those are going for an aggressive strategy. And so if you pick Elder and you want to go for an aggressive strategy, I would look for repair drones or sprinter drives. Next, we have Tyrant's Ego. While Tyrant is declared, you may spend captives in your prelude, returning them to secure one for each. And then your prelude, you may discard this to clear weapons outrage. This card is great. We know with our just trait, we cannot get the most points out of Tyrant. And so if Tyrant is declared and we're not winning, we don't really care about it, we can use our captives to start securing, which is something that is going to matter when people start attacking us. We can influence extra times for free. We now can spend captives to secure, and then we can secure cards that get us more captives. And so with Tyrant is declared, we actually can kind of get a little engine going. Next card we have is Mirror Plating. When you defend in battle, add 1 intercept icon to the attacker's roll if they rolled any number of assault dice. So this is great for defending. So we already have a deterrent in our beloved trait. Mirror Plating adds another deterrent. So now not only do they not want to attack us because if they take a trophy we get to influence, now they don't want to use assault dice because now they're going to get intercept no matter what. One note with Mirror Plating, sometimes is actually better to just do raids or skirmish dice, and that can lead opponents just to making the right call. However, assault dice are really strong, and most of the times opponents should be using it. And so this card makes that much more painful if they do use if they do attack you when you have Mirror Plating. So Tyrant's Ego is more of an engine building card. It does require people to declare Tyrant. Mirror Plating is more defensive card, so now you have a super defensive faction with Mirror Plating on your Elder. And then Predictive Sensors is another more defensive card. When defending in battle, before attacker collects dice, you may move any number of fresh loyal ships from systems adjacent to the battle system into it. This card is very helpful, again, when you're defending and you're in a concentrated area. If you're spread out and you're in a setup that's one of the mix-up setups where you're not really next to each other, you're only near your rivals, Predictive Sensors can be tough in the beginning. However, I would say Predictive Sensors is really good with Elder just because it gives you that deterrent effect. It makes you very hard to attack Elder when they have Predictive Sensors because you don't know how many ships you actually have to fight because they can pull more in. And what's interesting is that with Predictive Sensors, if they're attacking an undefended city or undefended starport, Predictive Sensors lets you pull in ships unexpectedly. And so that's something to think about. So if I have Elder and I see any of these lore cards in the draft, I'm definitely thinking Elder's probably viable. And even if I don't see these 5, I'm still thinking through, do I want an aggressive strategy? Do I want to go for more engine building strategy? Or do I want to go for more deterring defensive strategy? All right, so now on this side we have some guild cards to think through. So with guild cards, these are not permanent. These can be raided. These can be taken away. However, these are something that I'm going to look for either at the beginning of the game or as the game progresses as Elder to try to think through what is going to be my best bet here. Loyal Keeper lets you spend resources as a relic. Again, that's helping us in the court because we get the extra influence action. Prison Wardens, because we're going to get more captives through the extra influence, if we can secure them and get those captives, now we can turn our captives through build actions into resources, or with influence we can turn them into trophies. Prison Wardens is really, really strong card, and it's even stronger when you can get extra influence actions to steal agents unexpectedly. Relic Fence is kind of like a weaker version of Loyal Keepers in that we can change out our resources to a relic unexpectedly and lets us do extra secure actions. And then the final 2 cards we'll mention here are Skirmishers and Gatekeepers. Again, this is for a more aggressive strategy, so if we want to fight more, Skirmishers helps with that. Gatekeepers, if we want to fight more, and particularly in gates, it helps with that as well. So overall, Elder's a very strong card. I would say it's probably an A tier leader. You don't need those 5 lore cards to make it A tier. It definitely helps. But there are other lore cards that go great with Elder. Same thing with those guild cards. You don't need those guild cards. But as with arcs, the leaders are not abstract. They are always paired with the lore. And generally, you're going to have a few lore guild cards to pair with them as well. And that's really what makes these cards unique, is how their abilities can adjust or shape the game just by pairing different things together. Hope you enjoyed this and hope this was helpful. Thanks. Bye-bye.